border agency.
Here to weigh in, the president of the National Border Patrol Council, Judd. Brandon, always good to have you on the show. Your perspective on this particular topic is always so helpful. Good to see you.
Thanks. I appreciate you being
so,
here.
What is your immediate reaction hearing that the organizers that have put together this caravan, it's been going on for about 10 years now, it was really only this year that people paid attention to it and the president making some moves. What do you make of them saying they're going to do the same thing a year from now?
Well, what they're trying to do is there's so many different factions that are against this president. And what they try to do is they try to bring negative attention on him. And this announcement coming at this time is no surprise. The president's popularity, his poll numbers are on the rise. And these groups, the last thing that they want to see is they want to see him win again in 2020. And so they're going to put out information trying to embarrass the president, trying to drop those poll numbers down and his popularity down. And that's all this is about. It's just about the negative attention that they're trying to draw on the president of the United States.
Brandon, are they counting on the fact that by this time next year, laws will still be the same? That, that ultimately they will be able to get granted the kind of asylum or status that they'd want, that children will not be separated from parents? I mean, are they hoping that things don't change?
They are. If you look at it, the push that there is right now on Congress, the president did his job. In 2017, we saw historic drops, and he did that single-handedly with nobody else's help. But what he expected was Congress to step in and take the necessary action that would have closed all of the loopholes that allow these people that seek asylum to get granted immunity into the United States and then never show up to their court appearances. It's interesting that Sin Fronteras say that they bring these people up here to obey the laws, but yet when they get into the United States, they fail to obey the laws. They fail to show up to their court hearings. And the reason that they fail to show up to their court hearings is because they do not have a legitimate asylum claim. All they're doing is they're playing on the loopholes that the laws allow them to do right now.
Yeah. Brandon, what did you make this week of the media bias? I know you followed the story. The president had a roundtable with mayors from California talking about sanctuary cities. And at one moment, he was responding not about illegal immigrants, but about MS-13 gang members. The media didn't actually read the transcript and were criticizing him for that. For those that don't know, talk to us about MS-13. Are they animals in your opinion?
They're worse than animals, in my opinion. Animals do not treat other animals the way MS-13 treats other human beings. And to see the president come out and give an actual explanation of what he was talking about, we saw tweets that were going out that were being taken down because they realized that they were caught red-handed for once again attacking this president for doing nothing wrong. In fact, for pointing out to the American public exactly what's happening with these very dangerous and violent gangs. Again, how many times do we have to sit back and allow women to get raped, children to get raped, women to get murdered, and every other thing that happens in MS-13 before we take a stand and say, enough's enough?
I mean, Brandon, MS-13's motto is kill, rape, control. If that's not the definition of animal behavior, I don't know what is. And ultimately, their hatred blinds them to the nuance that someone can have. An illegal immigrant is not an animal, but an MS-13 member certainly is if they're doing those types of things.
They are. Again, I believe, and my opinion is that MS-13, a lot of those individuals are worse than animals. Yeah. And to see the president double down on that, I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's what Sarah Sanders said. She said animals doesn't even go far enough. I think a lot of people agree with that. Brandon, Judd, great to have you on, as always. Good to see you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, coming up on the show, Jimmy Kimmel putting the blame on Trump and the GOP after the Santa Fe shooting. Is this fair? We're going to debate that next.
Congresspeople or governors who don't ever do anything because they're fearful that will hurt them politically. They care more about the support of the NRA than they do about children.